The Book of Psalms, Tehillim, Chapter 11. In Yahuwah I have taken refuge. Why do you say to me, "Flee to your mountain like a bird"? For look, the wicked bend a bow. They ready their arrow on the string, to shoot in darkness at the upright in heart. When the foundations are destroyed, what shall the righteous do? Yahuwah is in his Kodesh Haikal. The throne of Yahuwah is in the Shemayim. His eyes see, his eyelids examine the sons of men. Yahuwah tries the righteous, but his being shall hate the wicked and the one who loves violence. Upon the wicked he rains snares, fire, and sulfur. And a scorching wind are the portion of their cup. For Yahuwah is righteous. He has loved righteousness. The upright shall see his face. Chapter 12. Save, Yahuwah, for the kind one is no more. For the trustworthy have ceased from among the sons of men. They speak falsehood with each other. Flattering lips and a double heart they speak. Yahuwah cuts off all flattering lips, a tongue that speaks swelling words. Who said, "With our tongue we do mightily. Our lips are our own. Who is master over us?" Because of the oppression of the poor, because of the sighing of the needy, I now arise, says Yahuwah. I place in safety. He pants for it. The words of Yahuwah are clean words, silver tried in a furnace of earth, refined 7 times. You guard them, O Yahuwah. You preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walk around on every side, when worthlessness is exalted among the sons of men. Chapter 13. How long would you forget me, O Yahuwah? Forever? How long would you hide your face from me? How long would I take counsel in my being, grief in my heart day by day? How long would my enemy be exalted over me? Look, answer me, O Yahuwah, my Elohim. Enlighten my eyes, lest I sleep in death, lest my enemy say, I have prevailed against him. My adversaries rejoice when I am moved, but I have trusted in your kindness. My heart rejoices in your deliverance. I sing to Yahuwah because he has been good to me. Chapter 14. The fool has said in his heart, there is no Yahuwah. They have done corruptly. They have done an abominable deed. There is no one who does good. Yahuwah looked down from the Shemayim on the sons of mankind to see if there is a wise one seeking Yahuwah. They have all turned aside. They have together become filthy. No one is doing good, not even one. Have all the workers of wickedness no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and do not call on Yahuwah? There they are in great fear, for Yahuwah is with the generation of the righteous. You would put to shame the counsel of the poor, but Yahuwah is his refuge. Oh, that the deliverance of Yisrael would be given out of Zion. When Yahuwah turns back the captivity of his people, let Jacob rejoice, let Yisrael be glad. Chapter 15. Yahuwah, who sojourns in your tent? Who dwells in your Kodesh mountain? He who walks blamelessly and does righteousness, and speaks the truth in his heart. He has not slandered with his tongue. He has not done evil to his neighbor, nor lifted up a reproach against his friend, in whose eyes a reprobate one is despised. But he esteems those who revere Yahuwah, he who swears to his own heart and does not change. He has not put out his silver at interest, and has not taken a bribe against the innocent. He who does these is never moved. Chapter 16. Guard me, O El, for I have taken refuge in you. I have said to Yahuwah, "You are Yahuwah. I have no good beside you." As for the Kodashim who are on the earth, they are the excellent ones, in whom is all my delight. The sorrows of those who run after another one are increased. I would not pour out their drink offerings of blood, nor take up their names on my lips. Yahuwah is the portion of my inheritance and my cup. You uphold my lot. Lions have fallen to me in pleasant places. Indeed, a good inheritance is mine. I barak Yahuwah who has given me counsel. My kidneys also instruct me in the nights. I have put Yahuwah always before me, because he is at my right hand, and I am not shaken. Therefore my heart was glad, and my esteem rejoices. My flesh also dwells in safety. For you do not leave my being in the grave, neither let your kind one see corruption. You show me the path of life. In your presence is joy to satisfaction. At your right hand are pleasures forever. Chapter 17. Hear righteousness, O Yahuwah. Listen to my cry. Give ear to my prayer, from lips without deceit. Let my right ruling go out from your presence. Let your eyes see what is straight. You have examined my heart. You have visited me in the night. You have tried me. You find I have not schemed. My mouth would not transgress. As for the deeds of men, by the word of your lips, I have kept myself from the paths of the destroyer. My steps have held fast to your paths. My feet have not slipped. I have called upon you, for you answer me, O El. Incline your ear to me. Hear my speech. Let your kindness be distinguished, you who have saved by your right hand. Those who take refuge from those who rise up. Guard me as the apple of your eye. Hide me under the shadow of your wings. From the face of the wicked who ravage me, from my deadly enemies who surround me. They are enclosed in their own fat. They speak proudly with their mouths. They have now surrounded us in our steps. They turn their eyes to stretch over the land, like a lion who is eager to tear his prey, and as a young lion crouching in cover. Arise, O Yahuwah, confront him. Cause him to bend. Deliver my being from the wicked by your sword, from men by your hand, O Yahuwah, from men of the world whose portion is in life. And you fill their bodies with your treasure. They are satisfied with children, and shall leave their riches to their children. As for me, let me see your face in righteousness. I am satisfied, your appearance when I awake. Chapter 18. I love you, O Yahuwah, my strength. Yahuwah is my rock and my stronghold and my deliverer. My El is my rock. I take refuge in him. My shield and the horn of my deliverance, my high tower. I call upon Yahuwah, the one to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. The cords of death surrounded me, and the floods of Belial made me afraid. The cords of the grave were all around me. The snares of death were before me. In my distress I called upon Yahuwah, and to my Elohim I cried. He heard my voice from his Haikal, and my cry went before him into his ears. And the earth shook and trembled. Even the foundations of the mountains were troubled, after they shook, because he was wroth. Smoke went up from his nostrils, and consuming fire from his mouth. Coals were kindled by it, and he bowed the Shemaim and came down. And dense cloud was under his feet, and he rode upon a cherub and flew. He flew upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his covering, around him his booth. Darkness of waters, thick clouds of the skies, From the brightness before him, his thick clouds passed, hail and coals of fire. And Yahuwah thundered in the Shemayim, and the Most High sent forth his voice, hail and coals of fire. And he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and much lightning, and confused them. And the channels of waters were seen, and the foundations of the world were uncovered. At your rebuke, O Yahuwah, at the blast of the breath of your nostrils, he sent from above. He took me. He drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy, and from those hating me, for they were stronger than I. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but Yahuwah was my support. And he brought me out into a large place. He delivered me, for he delighted in me. Yahuwah rewarded me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands, he repaid me. For I have guarded the ways of Yahuwah, and I have not acted wickedly against my Elohim. For all his right rulings are before me, and I did not turn from his laws. And I am perfect before him, and I guard myself from my wickedness. And Yahuwah repays me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands before his eyes. With the kind you show yourself kind. With the perfect one you show yourself perfect. With the clean you show yourself clean, and with the wicked you show yourself twisted. For you have the afflicted people. You save the afflicted people, but bring down those whose eyes are haughty. For you yourself light my lamp. Yahuwah my Elohim makes my darkness light. For with you I run against a band, and with my Elohim I leap over a wall. The El, his way is perfect. The word of Yahuwah is proven. He is a shield to all who take refuge in him. For who is Eloah besides Yahuwah? And who is a rock except our Elohim? It is El who girds me with strength and makes my way perfect, making my feet like the feet of deer, and puts me on my high places, teaching my hands for battle, so that my arms shall bend a bow of bronze. And you give me the shield of your deliverance, and your right hand supports me, and your lowliness makes me great. You enlarge my step under me, and my feet shall not slip. I pursue my enemies and overtake them, and do not turn back till they are destroyed. I crush them, and they are unable to rise. They fall under my feet. And you gird me with strength for battle, cause my adversaries to bow under me, and you have made my enemies turn their backs. As for those hating me, I cut them off. They cry, but no one is there to save. To Yahuwah, but he answers them not. And I beat them as dust before the wind. I empty them out like dirt in the streets. You deliver me from the strivings of the people. You put me at the head of the nations. A people I have not known serve me. As soon as they hear of me, they obey me. The foreigners submit to me. The foreigners fade away and come frightened from their strongholds. Yahuwah lives, and Baruch is my rock. And exalted is the Elohim of my deliverance. The El who avenges me, and he has humbled the people under me. My deliverer from my enemies. You lift me up above those who rise against me. You deliver me from a man of violence. Therefore I give thanks to you, O Yahuwah, among nations, and I sing praise to your name, making great the deliverance of his sovereign, and showing kindness to his anointed, to David and his seed forever. Chapter 19. The Shemayim are proclaiming the esteem of El, and the expanse is declaring the work of his hand. Day to day pours forth speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. There is no speech, and there are no words. Their voice is not heard. Their line has gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them he put up a tent for the sun, and it is like a bridegroom coming out of his room. It rejoices like a strong man to run the path. Its rising is from one end of the Shemaim, and its circuit to the other end, and naught is hidden from its heat. The Torah of Yahuwah is perfect, bringing back the beam. The witness of Yahuwah is trustworthy, making wise the simple. The orders of Yahuwah are straight, rejoicing the heart. The command of Yahuwah is clear, enlightening the eyes. The reverence of Yahuwah is clean, standing forever. The right rulings of Yahuwah are true. They are righteous altogether, more desirable than gold, than much fine gold, and sweeter than honey and the honeycomb. Also your servant is warned by them. In guarding them there is great reward. Who discerns mistakes? Declare me innocent from those that are secret. Also keep your servant back from presumptuous ones. Do not let them rule over me. Then shall I be perfect and innocent of great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing before you, O Yahuwah, my rock and my redeemer. Chapter 20. Yahuwah answers you in the day of distress. The name of the Elohim of Jacob exalts you. He sends you help from the Kodesh place and upholds you from Sion. He remembers all your offerings and accepts your burnt offering, Selah. He gives you according to your heart and fills all your plans. We sing of your deliverance, your Yeshua, and in the name of our Elohim we raise up a banner. Yahuwah fills all your requests. Now I know that Yahuwah shall save his anointed. He answers him from his Kodesh Shemaim, with the saving might of his right hand. Some trust in chariots, and some in horses, but we remember the name of Yahuwah our Elohim. They have bowed down and fallen, but we have risen and are established. Save, Yahuwah, let the sovereign answer us in the day that we call.